And hello and welcome to the official return of the Canterbury Bankstown Hyundai Bulldogs to their home ground of Belmore. Led out by Simon Gillies, they go in against their arch rivals in the local derby against St George today. Looking at the Canterbury Bankstown side, Silver, El Masri, Ryan, Timu, Halligan, Lamb, Pollamount, Britt, Gillies, Ben Gillies in at hooker today, Newton, Ralph, Gillies, the captain Simon in the second row with Glenn Hughes at the back of the scrum. Chris Anderson, the coach, and St George fans from the neighbouring suburbs. Watch their side go out now. Dragons of St George on a high wave at the moment following that tremendous win over Newcastle last Monday. Quinn, Walford, Coyne, Smith, Donnelly, Mundine, Goldthorpe, Ward, Bartram, Stone, Thompson, Barnhill and Hardy. Is there any reason for David Waite to have made any changes? Kelvin Jeffs is in charge. St George will run into the breeze in the first half, and Bartram starts. A big kick that goes very close to the dead ball line. Pollamount losing his footing as he went back to field it. So in front of their home crowd, they played their last match here last year on their way to the Premiership. That was against the Cowboys, and they gave them a 60-point hiding. Paul Vorton is with me in commentary today as Darren Britt plays it on his own 20-metre line. And now it's Newton out to the 30. Robert Ralph in the 11. Put down by Colin Ward. Big number 8. Three young forwards that did very well last weekend. As Canterbury Bankstown clear now. St George come back with the ball 30 metres out from their own line. Damien Smith, the centre. Quick run out of dummy half. And they're 15 metres from the halfway line as David Barnhill is swamped in a tackle. Bartram away. That is Thompson, the red-headed second row up. Hardy making ground down the right. But Timu is there to pull him down together with Simon Gillies. Goldthorpe goes long and wide, finding Mundine. Damien Smith taken by El Masri. Two others come in, they force him back about 10 metres to the halfway line. Gain into the hands of Noel Goldthorpe. And that's not a good kick. Halligan on the first tackle is pulled down by Ricky Walford over on the hillside of the ground. Timu is 32 metres out from the line now. And a penalty, the first of the game, goes against the tacklers.
Yeah, it's against Lance Thompson. It's a good driving tackle. And Thompson, well, not much in that one.
Not a strong wind. Hardly of any value. Darren Britt with a good charge. Ben Gillies supports. Barnhill is asked to make the tackle. Gets some assistance there from Stone. Quick passing, Reardon. Inside pass. And that's Robert Ralph. Inside the 20-metre line. Canterbury mounting an attack now. From Reardon. Pollamount. Lamb. Timu outside him. Rebound off the feet of Goldthorpe. Pollamount will recover. So the Bulldogs, they won't start the tackle count again. And Pollamount has tackled 30 metres out from the red and white line. Gillies. Newton to the 20-metre line. Halligan was outside him. Gillies. Britt. Reardon's in 16. 26 is Ben Gillies. Pollamount up. Lamb. Timu wants it. Cuts him out. Lamb is with it and then forced back. Damien Smith and Tony Mundine. Anthony, I should say. Simon Gillies, held by Damien Smith. 5 gone. Good defence from the Dragons. Silver, into Pollamount up, into the air. Most of those players were in front of the kicker. Pulled down by Ryan. And Saints, in fact the Saints have come up with it.
And the game suddenly comes to life. Some good players out there on both sides who can offload, and it's really getting the game moving. The defences have been stretched. They've tried a couple of kicks, the Bulldogs. Here's one that doesn't come off. A knock on by Ryan, but surely they were offside.
This is Colin Ward. Jeff Hardy. St George finding the 30-metre line. The kick is on for Goldthorpe. Silva back on his own 20-metre line. Felcher's gone on for St George. Ward has come off. It's David Waite shuffles his big men around. Ben Gillies, a quick offload for Polomouta. They attack down the blind side. Polomouta's gone to the 30-metre line and are still going. Quinn didn't secure the tackle. Donnelly came from behind to make it. Polomouta's hurt on the St George 20-metre line.
Strong run there by Polomouta. He's a powerful little bloke. He's got these little legs that get pumping, gets him through the defence. Pretty ordinary defence out there wide through by St George. Sheer determination gets him through that tackle, then he gets going.
So 0-0. Newton. 12 metres out from St George's line. Polomouta receiving attention in the back play. Simon Gillies. His brother a dummy half. Ben Gillies puts it on the boot. St George clean it up. Then they spread it quickly. Donnelly. Almost out to the 20-metre line. Bartram. St George's defence has really been tested. Now, Goldthorpe was into a gap to the halfway. Silva to beat. Draws him. It's a forward pass. Had them shot to pieces. Rod Silva was on his Pat Malone. And you've really got to blame Ricky Walford for not positioning himself.
No, this is one of the best examples of a bomb try I've ever seen. Even if the Coin gets the ball, he sprints away, only Timu chasing. And Ricky Walford, I thought Goldthorpe just delayed the pass far too long.
Thank you.
So Canterbury Bankstown. Ooh, the pass from Lamb was made to look a lot better than it was by Polomouta. Glenn Hughes, fresh man back on. Centre of the ground, 20 metres out. Ben Gillies. Robert Ralph, inside ball for the captain. Oh! Big stuff. Stone and Felch. And that has stung Simon. Darren Britt. 10 metres out again, a test for St George. Simon Gillies is still down. Glenn Hughes. Now Robert Ralph. Oh, good stuff by Stone. Then from Ben Gillies. Away now for Mitch Newton. Newton angles to the 10-metre line. And St George's defence holds. 5 tackles gone. Now they got 2 down, Canterbury. Now it's back for Lamb. He goes to the air. And that's testimony to St George's defence. And the big men go up, but it's no try. An appeal went up. Back to the 20-metre line for the restart.
Oh, what about Troy Stone? He's left a couple of them posted there. First of all, he got Gillies. And this time he gets Ralph. Ralph is down. Here's the Gillies one. That's a cracker. That's a good old-fashioned, strong rugby league tackle, that one.
Well,
but to their credit, both Gillies and Ralph are back up and they're back in the line.
there's been some panic in this game, but I tell you what, the entertainment level is very high. Neighbouring clubs, they've been battling for years. Since 1935, in fact. Oh, was that? No, it was okay, the referee.
Well, if you remember, Ray, that these two clubs shared this ground as a home ground back in 1987.
So Goldthorpe sending it down. What did you have for lunch? Statistics. Silva. There's the head-to-head. 73-50 in favour of St George. At Belmore, they hold the balance of power as well. This man has been outstanding, Darren Britt. Gillies, Lamb, Hughes. Straight ahead for Glenn Hughes. 3 metres from the halfway line. Now for Polly. Chris Quinn. Back to the 20-metre line. This crowd all not so bad either. I haven't made comment about it, but I'm just looking over at the hill, which holds a lot of people. And there's a nice crowd in. That is Donnelly. Big and fast. Hardy and Thompson. Thompson with it. The Paul Vaughton look-alike. And then Ricky Walford loses the ball.
Well, we've seen some mistakes, haven't we, when players have been put away for what seemed like great opportunities. On that occasion, this is a good ball. Good hard run, then looks for support. A one-hander to Walford. And he's trying to offload back to Mark Coyne, but it goes to ground.
We thank them for their support.
Canterbury winning the scrum. Timu. Tocco is on. Newton is off. Lamb keeps his wrap up. Matthew Ryan. El Masri's with him on the outside. Goes inside. The youngster. He'll score. El Masri scores. Lamb promoted. Ryan down the corridor on the right. The big centre. He wanted El Masri on his outside. The youngster went in. And then he ran away from them.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one tackle missed here. Chris Quinn up in the line. He came up to mark Matt Ryan. Ryan brushed him away. And El Masri positioned himself beautifully there for what will be his first grade try, I would think.
It is. Hazam.
Look at that. Chris Quinn just really didn't commit himself. He was too far away from the man when he dived. And that's a beautiful sight for all Canterbury supporters.
Well, he positioned himself beautifully. I think he could have gone down the sideline, but he thought, I'll do it according to the manual. In fact, he seemed to bamboozle Matthew Ryan for a moment. Matt looked over his right shoulder and said, where's he gone to now?
Well, I'm sure Matt Ryan, the way he was going, had the winger stayed outside him, he could have drifted back inside to draw the defence and put him away. But as it turned out terrific for them with El Masri heading back in. And he's made it a little bit easier for this man, Daryl Halligan.
Well, it's an imposing record that you see on your screen. There's Halligan now. Oh, he's got it. Well, that's what you call a draw with a bit of fade. Norman couldn't have done that. Canterbury 6 and George nothing. Stephen Price is on as Robert Tocco goes to the blood bin. Darren Britt, he's led the charge for Canterbury. This is Price. Straining run. 18 metres out from the line. They come back to the right for Glenn Hughes. Thinks about going in and then takes it himself. 6-0 in favour of St George. Canterbury then with Wheeler. Long ball for Terry Lamb. And Lamb is pulled down 15 metres from the line. Robert Ralph. Gillies, Lamb calling the tune. Quinn lets it go. It'll come back to the 20-metre line. Touch and go this.
Yes, good judgment shown by Chris Quinn. Nice little roll, given it to it by Terry Lamb. And Quinn thought it was going to go in the in-goal area, and it did. So they're doing it a bit hard now, St George. They've been camped in their own territory for what seems an eternity. They've had a couple of scoring chances and bombed them. Maybe they've just gone a little bit flat.
They're probably, if you use of the word flat is right, it's been brought about by the possession that Canterbury Bankstown has had. Saints have now made 93 tackles to 75, and that has mounted enormously in the last 10 minutes. Mundine, slenderly built but very strong. Thompson, Goldthorpe, Simon Gillies channeling in from out wide to put some pressure on Goldthorpe, but Halligan with safer hands this time. 35 metres out from their own line. Silver comes up from fullback and then brushes away and goes around, but Mark Bell rounds him up. El Masri, then Ryan to the 40 and inside it, 35 out. Canterbury starting to sizzle. Wheeler, then for Hughes. Price on his outside cutout. Timu looking to pop it back in. He does. It's come across the back for Britt. Britt straightens it up, then turns it for Simon Gillies. Then away for Robert Ralph. Ralph was to the 30-metre line and held by Damien Smith. 6-0, the Bulldogs over the Dragons. Infield pass to Glenn Hughes, then for Silver forward. And Kelvin Jeffs didn't even move.
No luck there for Canterbury. A nice little movement, breaks down with a forward pass. They're spelling danger for Saints. They're letting Canterbury stand in tackles far too long now. There's a miss by Ward. Barnhill can't put him down, but that pass went forward.
Pollamouta is back on for the Bulldogs. So the half 5/8 combination now is Wheeler and Pollamouta. Played by Bell. And run by the centre Smith. 35 metres out from their own line. Mundine. Try down the blind side with Coyne. Brad Smith, Felch, Goldthorpe, Mundine, and then Colin Ward. Good, strong tackle by Pollamouta.
Beautiful hands here by St George, searching for the hole, searching for that gap. And they nearly found it, but Pollamouta has read this beautifully and came in, a crunching tackle. And the ball once again goes loose on the 5th tackle.
Stephen Price with an offload. Wheeler back behind Simon Gillies. Price. And that's against St George. Offside.
The penalty's now 5-1 in favour of the Bulldogs, so they're getting plenty of possession. Mark Coyne just questioning the ruling there from Kelvin Jeffs.
So with half-time not too far distant, Newton, Glenn Hughes, Robert Ralph. St George won this corresponding match last year. Pollamouta. In fact, that match was on the day that the Super League actually was born, if you like. Or the concept was floated for the first time. Pollamouta puts it into the end goal. It looks far too deep. It hit and stood up.
It was good thinking for Pollamouta because the St George defence was quite scarce out there. And Daryl Halligan's right out wide outside Walford, but the kick was just a dud.
Stone. Now St George towards the halfway mark. This is Bell. Mundine confidently plucked it off the surface. 35 metres out from the line. Bell. Goldthorpe kicks ahead. The chase is far too late. It was a kick that really was for himself. There was no communication. And El Masri takes it back to the 20-metre line.
And that was a bad chase there by St George. The kick went into the in goal, which was good, but then there was 3 chases, and that was it. The rest of them just hands on hips back there, watching. Not good enough.
So Newton flick passes out the back for Timu. Gillies goes for a dummy half run. Reaps him 10 metres. Wheeler, Newton angles back to the blind side. Halfway line, 5 tackles gone. Wheeler calls it. Polomouta snatches it out of the air and puts it down the ground. And that ball will roll over the dead ball line. So back to the 20-metre line for the restart. Kick from Craig Polomouta. Too deep. Canterbury straight line. David Barnhill. Quinn. Stone. It's against Canterbury. It's against the marker for hanging over the top of the man trying to play the ball.
Well, Stephen Price just was hanging on to the football. They wouldn't let Stone play it.
Hardy. This is Ward. Coming back for a shot down the blind side, and then Barnhill takes it back behind the play the ball. From Hardy away, Goldthorpe. And Goldthorpe pulled down by Simon Gillies. And he seems to have set himself a personal task of shutting down Goldthorpe. Oh, good tackle. Price on Bartram was a good tackle. Goldthorpe's pass for Coyne to offload, and back from Goldthorpe. Now away from Stone. On the fingertips, Quinn! Silver's after him, but Quinn, he gets the try. Chris Quinn, the St George fullback.
Good on you, Chris Quinn. If you remember, he let one try in with a missed tackle. He's made up for that now. He's put St George on the board. And it comes, the ball goes right. The Canterbury defence is there. Mark Coyne does well. They couldn't put him down. They offload. And this is a beautiful pass from Troy Stone. There's the gap. Well done, Chris Quinn. Sprinting through that gap. And then he took on Silver.
So Mark Coyne and Noel Goldthorpe and Troy Stone were the main players here for the Chris Quinn try. The new grandstand, or the grandstand has been enlarged as Bartram, he's pushed it away. It would have seemed a certainty, but no. 6-4 then, the Dogs over the Dragons. The new turf at Belmore. Lush. And a great surface. Hasn't always been like this. Heavy buffeting in there as Price combined to make the tackle on Brad Smith. Time, I'll say that again, half time, seconds away. Walford. Ward. Barnhill. It's Hardy. Near enough to their best forward, Barnhill. Goldthorpe puts it out on the full, so that'll be the end of the first half. The siren, well, it's a turnover, so they will have time for one play the ball. And Matt Ryan it is that takes it. So there's half time. with Canterbury Bankstown, the home side, leading St George. And welcome back. Second half, Canterbury Bankstown leading by 2 points over St George. A try apiece, with Wayne Bartram failing to convert the St George try that came just in front of half-time. Tackle count that I referred to in the first half has levelled up in the last 15 minutes of play. Nothing in it at all now, whereas St George were being asked to do far more of the defence work. And now for Mundine. And then Ward slides it for Quinn. Here he goes again. Goldthorpe's with him. So's Mundine. He's run away from them. Turns it back. Smith juggles it in. Well, he's run away from the two main supports. Saints get a penalty.
Yeah, Saints have cracked open Canterbury quite a few times today on the fringe of the rucks. Another occasion here where it could have scored. And it looked like they'll probably take a quick tap here, maybe put in the touch and try and get that try which has been beckoning.
5-3 the penalties, but I'm amazed that Chris Quinn went off in the direction that he did. Oh, good strong tackle by Newton. Colin Ward underneath the tackle, now Barnhill. Barnhill almost in orbit. He launched himself at the defence. Goldthorpe using Bartram. Bartram 12 metres out, centre of the park. Hardy in for Goldthorpe and then out for Stone to pop it. Picked up by Terry Lamb, and that's play on. Simon Gillies. This was the bust.
Yeah, just watch Chris Quinn. He's got Mundine looming up on the inside. He would have been the man. No one would have caught Mundine. But those are the decisions you've got to make the right decision there. Unfortunately, Chris Quinn looks like he made the wrong one.
Stephen Price. Now Newton again. Canterbury into this light breeze in the second half. Wheeler in for Lamb. Lamb kicks for the outside men. The race is on. And Ryan just beaten by Quinn for the ball. El Masri left to make the tackle. Bell. Hardy. Jeff Hardy. Somewhat of a veteran these days with St George. Stone. Had a fine game, Troy Stone. Barnhill. Good work, good hands. And away now for Colin Ward, is it? Yes. 42 metres out from the Canterbury line. That was rapid exchange. Undine. And it's a forward pass.
Yes, it all comes breaking down once again. Colin Ward's having a fine game today. He's offloaded a couple of great passes, and that is really unforgivable.
All the way. Drop in. Go there.
Plenty of action in the opening seconds of the second half. Played by Wheeler, they stack the blind. That is Robert Ralph. Newton with a gain of about 10 metres. And now Ben Gillies finds Lamb. Glenn Hughes goes straight on the inside. Canterbury use the inside pass quite often. Simon Gillies picked up and put on his back by the St George players. Away they go now to the right for Lamb to chime in again. He was looking for Silva coming off him. There's a chance here for the Dragons. They need some pace, or do they? This big man is galloping his way down the ground. Mundine. Anthony Mundine. Well, I said in the first half, the confidence of the lad scooped up a ball in the first half with the confidence of a man twice his age. He just swoops on this like an eagle on its prey.
It comes from a rare Terry Lamb mistake trying to pop the ball there. Silver was under pressure, couldn't handle. As soon as Mundine got it, he was always going to score. Ryan calls the jam off the chaser. And Mundine, a beautiful try to take Saints to the lead. There's a backline movement gone horribly wrong here for Canterbury. Looking to draw a man and pop a short ball to Silver, but he was covered by Barnhill. No fullback there. Silver was up on the line, and Mundine's got fresh air in front of him, and away he went. Ryan chased in vain for a little while. He's having a great game. He's having a great season, Mundine, since he's come back to the Saints club.
So Bartram right in front. And so the Dragons hit the front. 10 points to 6 over Canterbury. Terry Lamb with the restart. I must admit, when I saw that St George player swoop on the ball, I thought for a moment it was Jeff Hardy, and I was concerned about speed. Suddenly, to the joy of the St George fans, it was Anthony Mundine. Walford now. A grand contributor he's been to St George, playing his 200th first grade game today. Stone right in the thick of things, taking a battering all day, but he comes up for more. Quinn taken out by Glenn Hughes. 32 metres out from the St George line for Goldthorpe to go around the back of Bartram and pick up Ward. Hardy. Back now for Goldthorpe. They go back for Bartram's boot. Well placed, really. Silver. He's got Halligan with him, but he runs away from him and goes back in field. Taking the safe... Oh! Damien Smith picked him off. It was a lot worse than it looked. Probably a lot more savage than it looked. Elbow got him, but I think it got him where he was carrying the ball. Newton. 10-6 St George. The Premiers yet to get on the Premiership ladder. Desperate for a victory today. Glenn Hughes. Wheeler. Lamb's outside him. Well read there by the St George centre, Damien Smith. Quinn. Simon Gillies up out of the line quickly. Damien Smith is injured. This is Stone to the 40-metre line. Goldthorpe comes to the blind. Pursued by the marker, Glenn Hughes, and caught. Bartram on. Mundine away. Cut out ball for Hardy. Hardy looking for the inside pass. Mundine. Mundine floats the pass. It's forward. Play on, says the referee. 25 metres out. 5 tackles gone for Saints to come back for Mundine. Sure, his pass was forward. He comes down with it. Hands it off to Newton. But he's got a blue and white jumper on.
Once again, they found some room on the edge of that ruck. Canterbury had huge problems out there with the defensive line.
Well, Masri. Here's the Mundine pass that I was referring to. He passed from outside the 30. It was well inside the 30 when it was taken. I'm amazed that a touch judge didn't see it. It could have been disastrous for Canterbury. No matter now, it doesn't matter. Price. Polymount may not be back, I'm led to believe. He got a knee in the back. Wheeler. Play the ball slowed down. Ralph kicks. Halligan pursues. Turns Walford around. The leap for the ball, the bat down. And Canterbury will come up with it. Brett getting it away. Ben Gillies is with it, swarmed upon by the defence. 18 metres out from the St George line, they come back. Grandstand side for Price. Price is put down. Now Wheeler. Ralph sets himself. 2 metres out. All the field they want on the right. Glenn Hughes. And the big forward came up out of the line. Colin Ward. Gillies. On it goes from Britt to Lamb to Timo. Timo has beaten his opposite number. Got inside the 10-metre line. Pulled down. 9 metres, 8 metres out from the line. The Dogs, they go to the blind side. Ryan gets it back inside. Timo gets it out the back. El Masri kicks. And it's been shovelled over the touch-in goal for a line dropout.
Concerted attack there by the Bulldogs, but the St George line held. Terry Lamb's been there, Matt Rice having a big game. He's running hard and straight. Timu, 5th tackle. El Mastri does the right thing. I'll get the ball back.
And the Tigers score, Newcastle 8.
Troubles for Thompson. Damien Smith, the centre, is also off. Now the Dogs. They've thrown everything at them. Thrown everything bar their collar at them. St George have been able to repel them and lead 10-6. Wheeler, Price. No markers for Price. Good yards. 5 metres out from the line, St George. They've put themselves under pressure again. Gillies long ball. Wheeler out. Lamb with it. Hand off for Timo. He's slippery. He's inside the 10 and banged into the ground. 7 metres out. Centre of the park. Wheeler comes back for Darren Britt. Britt's put away. Great defence. Turnover.
Great defence, yes. On that occasion, Saints put pressure on the Canterbury attack to do something special, and all they could come up with on the 5th tackle was a forward hit-up. Colin Ward involved in that tackle. He gets up nice and slow. Lots of hard work there done by the Saints players. And it's good to see the wingers getting in like Donnelly and taking a run.
15 is Brad Smith. Coyne, Saints captain, coming in from the centres to take a run. His forwards are out on their feet, some of them. Hardy, a fend and then an offload. Canterbury's got it, but it's a knock-on. It'll be a St George feed.
He's found a knock-on in here as Hardy tried to offload. He's created a lot of havoc around the edge of the rucks there today, and he's found a hand in there by a Canterbury player.
So the Saints with the fullback coming up and a flick pass, and Brad Smith, I do believe, or is it Mark Bell out there? Mark Bell it was, and now Donnelly tries to go down the blind side. Not much space there. Felch taken by Price, and that is Colin Ward coming off. Hardy, he's the one. He's been scheming and probing, causing immense trouble for Canterbury. Mundine, short ball for Stone. Mundine puts a little kick in, but it bounces up and away to Silva now after Lamb got involved. Silva tries to open them up and almost does. They're there to be opened up, really, both sides, because the big men are getting tired. The interchange is being used overtime. Stephen Price. Back and for Ben Gillies. Then for Terry Lamb. Nobody with him. The pass was forward to Wheeler, I thought. Now, Wheeler makes his own kind of ground down the centre. Referee looked at the touch judge long and hard for a call on the forward pass that we call. Darren Britt gives it away to Tony Mundine. And Anthony could have been wearing a blue and white jumper had things gone another way. And don't they wish today that he was? Bartram almost gave it to Terry Lamb. Brad Smith looking for runners. There's nobody wants to run. Mainly because, as I said, they're dog-tired. Absolutely at their feet, some of them. There's a Canterbury player injured, unable to move from the play the ball. Simon Gillies is not happy.
There's a silly play here from the St George player in Brad Smith. They got the penalty and he pushed the Canterbury player away. Gillies got plenty to say. Penalty goes to Saints for holding down on the tackle. And there's no reason for the push. There's a head clash there, and Ben Gillies is knocked out. He's still down.
And Wayne Bartram has got the breeze with him, and it has picked up. Paul Vorton's concerned about the distance. Well, he's got the distance. He hasn't got the direction, but he's still made the ball go dead. So 10 points to 6, the Dragons over the Bulldogs. Reardon has come back on, replacing the blood bin player, Ben Gillies. Lance Thompson is off for the remainder of the game for St George. He has injured his sternum. He made a fine contribution, Thompson. None more than this young man, though, Troy Stone. Hardy, a dummy half. Working overtime with the ball in his hands now, Jeff Hardy. Leading by example, leading with experience. Stone again. He can't get enough of it. Quinn came into it. Bell is with it. Inside the 20. Donnelly now. And the Bulldogs come in to put him away. 12 metres off the line. Quinn. Into Hardy. Then to Mundine. Out for Goldthorpe. And then Smith away. Coyne, they must score. Coyne, the St George captain. He gets their try. 14 to 6.
And all too easy there for St George. You can see that coming a mile off because Canterbury's line today has been very short. They haven't spread, they haven't come up man for man in defence. And look at all these St George players. This is a well thought out, well set up try. Couple of long balls. The Canterbury, there's Simon Gillies coming up out of the line. John Timu didn't handle it too well at all. And there's 14 men could have scored this try. Mark Coyne, too easy for him. Beautiful right foot step he's got.
The surprising part about this try was the fact that we had this man, Goldthorpe, in relatively about an inside-outside centre position.
Well, then you had some players outside him, but you had a second rower, lock, then centre and winger. Just not enough troops there for the Bulldogs.
400 points, he went there today. Make it 402, and St George are happy. 16 to 6 over Canterbury Bankstown. Canterbury Bankstown, they need to pull something out of the bag here. Here's Price. That's the 30-metre line just in front of them. Britt. Reardon. 12 metres out from the St George line. Can the Bulldogs get it over the line this time? Lamb on for Timu. Timu dummies outside to Hughes. Turns it back. And St George have come up with it. So Canterbury, though they have peppered the St George line so many times today, St George have been able to repel them. Goldthorpe pushing it out. That is Brad Smith. Felch. One of those names, if you're wearing false teeth, you could spit them all out. Mundine. Quinn. Stones. Optus man of the match. $1,000. And there's a couple of leading contenders, I'm sure, in the mind of Paul Vorton today. Halligan over for Silva. Walford continues the chase. Silva tries to get inside Mark Bell, but doesn't succeed. As Wheeler, at dummy half, looks for a runner. Then has to take it away himself. Saints leading by 10 points. And that is Darren Britt. Heavy tackling. Walford over the top. That is Reardon. Now away from Ralph. In for Hughes. Out for Lamb. On for Timo. Then for Hughes. Lamb again. To the air. And Quinn goes up. Didn't have to really leave the ground. There was no contest. Donnelly. The value there. Watch this. There was no real contest from Canterbury. And Quinn almost did them a favour. Barnhill.
Well, you talk about good players for St George today. Barnhill has been one of their best, along with Hardy and Mundine. He really just runs straight and hard. And this man, Troy Stone, he's been superb as well. Not tackled, he's still going. Good on you.
30 metres off the Canterbury line. 5 tackles gone. Mundine. Chance here. The winger's coming fast. Oh, they clutched at it. The in-goal judge has got the call. It's a try. It's a try, a match winner for St George. But who do we give the bouquets to?
Well, I reckon it's the last bloke who touched the football. I think the first two, the Canterbury player and the Saints player, might have missed this. It's a beautiful kick from Mundine.
That's lovely, but who is he?
Well, who knows? Who cares? It's on the board. It's 20-6. It might be Mundine himself, I think. I reckon they miss it, and Mundine just goes, thank you very much. Well, he's had an absolute blinder, Mundine. Didn't stop on the football. He just kept going, chasing hard. They both miss it, and Mundine picks up the scrappies.
Well, the referee has obviously ruled that the 2 players that dived at it, neither of them got downward pressure on it. And obviously it wasn't the St George player, because it would have been propelled forward off him. So the ruling is it's come off the Canterbury hands with no downward pressure, and Mundine has scored the try. These 2 have gone for it. He's ruled that the Canterbury player, El Masri, has batted it forward, and Mundine gets a try. And El Masri said nothing, so I take it to be a fairly accurate call. Well, David Waite, he's put this team together in 5 minutes, and I'll tell you what, they're playing superbly.
2 great victories in 2 weeks.
What about the thought, give somebody a football jumper with red and white in it? And boys will become men. Bartram, I think he's put too much hook on it. 20 points to 6. Chris Anderson's head has gone down. The premiers are gone.
Terry Lamb still trying, though. He won't give up.
When they laid down the script for this return to Belmore today, they should have sent a copy to St George, because they've been party poopers, St George. 20 points to 6 up.
And when you consider the tries that they did bomb, at least 2, the score could have been anything, but they've made a massive amount of line breaks. The defence has been good. They had to defend, if you remember, in the first half on their own line, held them out for 12 or 16 tackles, and Luke Phelps, they're still going. They mightn't be finished yet.
Now, the penalty goes to St George against Canterbury. for not getting off the tackle player. Matt Ryan, the news is damage to both ankle and knee. And as I said earlier, a luckless rugby league player. This breeze has freshened up, favouring St George in the second half, and there is a mistake, failing to find touch as Rod Silver brings it back. Keep in mind, St George, they played only last Monday. Canterbury have had the benefit, I wonder whether benefit's the right word, of 3 extra days off in preparation for this. Robert Tocco.
Well, it all comes down to coaching and training techniques, doesn't it? I'm sure that David Waite would have freshened his players, given them maybe a day or two off, and they've come into this game and they've played great football today.
This young Wheeler put down 40 metres out from his own line. Darren Britt started the game like a powerhouse. Wheeler. Quinn watching it, shadowing it. Walford falls back, touched by Canterbury. Walford then hit by a barrage of defence. Quinn. They're going to spread the ball. Donnelly pulled down inside the 20-metre line. They were trying to get it to Mark Bell on the left flank as quick as they could. This is Quinn again out to the 30-metre line. Oh, big stuff. Huge tackle that. I think it was Reardon. Now, Terry Lamb, away for Ralph. And this is Tocco. But St George don't need to be fancy now. They lead by 14 points. There's no need to let them back into the game. Terry Lamb turning it inside for Simon Gillies. Britt. Another good tackle by Felch. Wide ball to Silva. Puts the kick in. And again, Quinn lets the ball go over the dead ball line. He's a very cool customer, this St George fullback.
No, he's a good judge, isn't he?
You take him to the tab with us of a sad day. Hey?
North Beat or Time and Tide?
I don't care. Ooh. They all but call for the developed print of that one. Donnelly. Colin Ward is back on. Barnhill back and across. Goldthorpe away. Mundine, he's into a hole again. Mundine, he's got Silver to beat. Silver stops him long enough for Canterbury to put him away. Now the Dragons line up. Now they go across, get in the queue. Walford is with it. Now Bartram has got it. Bartram fending away. Not held. Has another go at them. 8 metres out from the Canterbury line. Riggy Walford, dummy half now. Goldthorpe, long pass on the bounce for Mundine. Now for Hardy. Hardy's pulled down. 18 metres away, 5 tackles gone. Mundine, a cut-out ball. Donnelly runs straight over the top of them. Still going is Donnelly, and he puts it down behind the bar. Well, St George, they are giving Ricky Walford one hell of a 200th.
Oh, they've given Canterbury a footballing lesson today. This Mundine has got the makings of a dead-set superstar as he goes through. He didn't worry about waiting for support. He has a go himself, nearly beat Silver. Silver injured there, and then, what, 3 or 4 tackles later, Mundine's involved once again. Look at that for a pass. And Donnelly, he bumps off Bar, and then to really rub a keg of salt into it, just beats a couple more. Another one. They can't even get him in the end goal.
Dragons. So Bartram converts. St George 26-6. One of the great rugby league resurrections. Mundine in the thick of things. Jason Donnelly contemptuously doing what he did there. Goldthorpe takes the tackle. He won't have to play the football. There's the full-time siren. St George were down 6-0 after 37 minutes and have won 26-6, meaning they've scored 26 points in 43 minutes. Truly one of the incredible comebacks for a football club.